Hi guys, and welcome back to Hear Me Out. I am your beautiful host, Shamiso, and today I am joined by a speaker, author, writer, conversationalist himself, I guess. My friend Sipho. Sipho, welcome back. We did a live before years ago, but those aren't on the Instagram page anymore.
Yeah,
But welcome back to shine your light. How are you doing today?
I'm amazing, Sunshine. How are you doing?
Guys, he calls me Sunshine. Okay. We'll give you a background story about who we are and how we know each other. So, Sipo,
Yeah.
from your perspective, how did we meet? So that the people know, like what's this friendship story behind? Why did he just give you a nickname that he didn't say Shami? The Sunshine's so personal. I love it when he calls me Sunshine anyway, so I'm happy he did
Yeah,
that.
that's cool. So we made a scripture union thing. I was just standing there minding my own business. Yeah, and then Shami approached me. She was like, "Hi." So I think I would like to think it was evangelism to some extent, but no, she was just greeting people, and she came with this beautiful smile, and yeah, we sparked the conversation from that was like 2018. 2018, yeah,
Yeah,
2018.
2018.
7 years ago. 6 years. Shucks, we're that old now.
Yeah, we are. Don't get into it.
Yeah,
Don't get into it.
6 years ago. So yeah, that was yeah. Then ever since then, we've been friends. Yeah, genuine friends. I think. Then yeah, sunshine just you're like a ray of sunshine. Yeah, I don't know why you think I call you sunshine, but yeah, you just
I
you
don't
just light
remember.
things up.
I
Yeah,
Amen to that. Amen. I don't remember why you started calling me Sunshine, but I like it. Like he's the only friend that I have that has calls me a nickname, and I'm just like when he doesn't call me by that nickname, I get upset. So yeah,
apparently it's like yeah, it's like a law now in our
yeah,
conversation.
yeah.
You
If he
can
doesn't call me
can use
Sunshine, I'll be upset. We won't talk.
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So you are a author of a book.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. What's your book called? And yeah,
Mhm.
what's your book called?
Perfect. I wish I had a copy right now, but
Yeah, I
uh,
have a copy, but it's in my room.
it's sold out.
I'm recording
Uh,
something. Continue.
okay, so it's called Becoming 19. I wrote it when I was 19,
When you're
but the
19.
book has
Yeah.
nothing. It has nothing to do with being 19 years old. It actually is becoming 19 is it's like a name I gave to a mindset. It's a mindset that you want to adopt or have for you to become the person that you want to be.
Mm,
So in there are principles that I believe work whether you're 19 or 91, 17,
mm-hmm,
71, 24, 100 years old.
mm-hmm.
Principles stay the same, And I like
Yeah.
what my favorite speakers say. They say like principles are there to guide you because principles are the only things that come with a promise, a
Mm-hmm.
guaranteed promise, right? That if you sow a seed, you will reap a harvest. But then if you are living a life through emotions,
Mm-hmm.
emotions after every emotion, there's nothing. Literally, you
Mm-hmm.
can be angry right now. Minutes after you're angry, what do you have after that?
Mm-hmm.
But what you do or whatever principle you carry out in that anger, that's something that will continue, that will have um, that will have a promise attached to it. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's what Becoming 19 about. It's all about a mindset. Yeah.
Are you planning on writing another book?
Yes. Yes, I
Ooh.
am. But hey, it's been on my mind for quite a bit, and I've been wanting to do it. I think this year I'll probably, not probably, this year I'm being more intentional about it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we yeah, you should hear something at some
Have you
point
like
this year.
started writing, or are you in the process of, or is it still in your mind where you haven't like started writing a book?
So I've chosen the title already.
Okay.
I already have I can actually say I've started the writing process because I already
Mm-hmm.
have selected a number of topics and subjects that I want to cover.
Mm-hmm.
One of the reasons why I hadn't written a book in the past 4 years is because I wanted it to be deeper than the
Mm-hmm.
first. that I wrote.
Mm,
However, this is the funniest thing ever. When I was reading my book,
mhm.
and I think I last read it the day I launched it, and then I read it recently this year, and I was like, wow, man, you were actually onto something here.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
realized how much of an impact the book had on me this year.
Mhm.
So personally, I feel like I wrote the book years ago as a letter to
Mm,
my future self to
yeah.
encourage myself, like get back into the right mindset. So I think it's a pretty good tool to
Mm,
always have. It has basic principles,
mm,
nothing too extra. And I feel like when I become a millionaire, I can also credit it to that book. So
yes.
yeah,
Yes,
it's gonna be
definitely.
yeah. You guys need to get it now before I
Yeah.
become a millionaire because it'll be
Yes.
expensive.
Yes. Yes. And we need you to sign it first that we can like sell it like memorabilia.
Exactly.
That the
Yeah.
author who's now a millionaire signing of the books and all of that stuff that we have.
Yeah.
How easy or hard was it to write the book? Like writing a book, because we had Chelsea who has a she came at the beginning of the year. She wrote From a Bird's Eye, and it's a really thick book. I should have brought these books with me from my room. Anyway, but it's really thick, and she said it took her like maybe since COVID, and then she
Okay.
published it last year. And it's a crime fiction book, and she was talking about the writing process and all of it. So, was it easy writing it? Was it hard? Was it difficult? How long did it take you as well?
So technically, it took me like 3 months, and I
Okay.
think so I think when it comes to writing, I think any creative person will tell you this. Some books are easy to birth, some books take
Mm,
years to birth,
mm.
right? You can literally write a book in a weekend.
Yeah,
Like you
yeah.
just block out time and you're on this inspirational wave and you just start typing and hey, there you have a book. And then some actually, take time, research
Mm,
for you to get to the point where you have a book. So I think for me, mine was it was much easier because I was just using past experiences,
mm,
past principles that I've learned,
mm,
the basic things that, got me to where I was at the time and
mm,
were going to get me to where I wanted to go.
mm,
So I can say I have been living 70% of my book because the exact same principles that I've used in that book. That's what I've been sort of
mm,
living by, you
mm,
know, like just starting. Well, although I haven't started on the other book,
mm,
value systems, do not be mediocre, all of those things, take or leave a legacy. All those are principles
mm,
that I tied in there. And yeah, so those are just basic life principles that I've found to be very useful.
mm,
And yeah, I think as you go along in your life, you get to learn more and see more. Like, okay, this principle works here, there. And I think the other one, I can say it has taken me so many years to birth because you just really want to go deeper in yourself
yeah,
to,
yeah,
really figure out that inspiration or the right lessons to share. Yeah, because I choose not to be a motivational type of person, but more
mm, yeah,
transformative. Yeah.
yeah,
And I think when you want to transform someone or transform people, you really have to take your time sometimes, because it has to, you actually have to sort of experience that as well. Yeah.
yeah.
So it's kind of, yeah.
Mm.
And when are you writing a book?
Soon. I haven't started it, but um, soon it's coming. It's gonna come. When it comes, it will be amazing. I already have the vision of the cover and the name and what it's gonna be about. But
Yeah.
it's coming. It's coming. Um, so public speaking. You
Yeah.
also do public speaking as well.
Mhm.
And I asked the Shine Your Light Squad, some questions that they have for you, and lots of people had questions about public speaking. So, how did you
There.
get into public speaking?
So funny story. I had a crush on my French teacher when I was in high school. So, hey, man, that was literally the one subject that I would not bunk. right?
Yeah.
And it's not that I would bunk lessons or anything, but that one specific one, I can tell you 100% attendance unless I was dying, and I missed school. That's the only way I missed that. So this one day from 2014, and then my teacher, as she's about to walk out, the lesson had finished. Then she was like, Kadzutu, because at Prince Edward School we use surnames. Okay, she was like, Kadzutu, you should try public speaking. Come join us this afternoon. Best believe I was not
You were
going to say
there.
no.
You were
I
gonna.
was not going to say no. I was gonna go there. And like the whole class was like, So yeah, I went there, and that's literally where it started.
Mm.
And I remember, I think a week or 2 weeks afterwards, we had a social with Chisipiti Senior School, and I got there, and then I was speaking that day. I was part of the debate team. So I got on stage, and then I only managed to say my full name. And then the rest was gibberish.
Yeah.
Hesh. From that day, I made it a point to never, ever embarrass myself like that. So I actually then started, working on my speaking. I would watch videos on debate. I used to love watching old schools debate. And then in 2015, I stumbled upon this one video, Toastmasters.
Mm.
Um, I think that his name is Muhammad Katani. He was 2015's World's Toastmaster Best Speaker of the Year.
Mm.
And I think to date, it's probably is the best speech since 2015. I don't think Toastmasters have topped that, but I'm sure it can be argued. And ever since, I've just used, sort of that template to sort of guide the way I speak, because it was a complete speech in my thinking. It had the emotion, it had the right pronunciation, enunciation, the right message. It was direct, it was funny,
Mm.
and yeah, that's how I've just picked it up. So that inspired me to join Toastmasters soon after high school. The actual Toastmasters, not the one in high school where
Yeah.
I'll just wait for the time you drink shamdo.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how. So that's been my journey. 2020, I became Zimbabwe's best speaker.
Wow.
Then top six in Southern Africa in the same year. And yeah, I haven't really. Then I stopped public speaking after that because I was now focusing more on the business. So the business really took up most of my life, and but
Yeah.
now I'm going. Yeah, and I went back end of last year, around the last quarter of the year. That's when I started getting back into speaking.
Mm.
So it's one of those gifts that I actually feel like right now I just need to polish it up a bit more. And yeah, we'll get there. We will definitely get there.
Yeah.
Mm.
You mentioned a business. What business do you have? Tell the people about your business. What is it called? Where's it
Okay.
based? What do you guys do?
Okay. So we have Sijeka Incorporated,
Mm-hmm.
Sijeka Energy, and Potech. So we now have three businesses now. I think the last time we only had one when we spoke. So that one was based on transport only solely. So we're doing courier services, so that's your deliveries. So we run errands for people.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I started in 2020. And then about a year ago, we got into the energy space.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to do solar energy. We want to do petroleum, and we also want to do gas. So the easiest entry point for us was the solar business. So I'm sure your DMs are flooded
Yes.
with our installations.
Yes. Yes.
And yeah, so that's literally what we've done with the energy. But in the near future, we want to get into fuel and gas. And so yeah, and then Potech is a technology company. It provides technological solutions to people. So currently, we're still doing websites. We're doing your social media marketing, and what we're now working on building
Mm-hmm.
is like a proper tech company.
Yeah.
One of the things that we're looking forward to doing is to actually establish a mobile network. So, and obviously, embrace AI and all of those things. And I feel like we're in a very good environment in Zim when it comes to entrepreneurs because it's a building economy, it's a building nation. So it's the best time for you to actually like start something hard as it may be. You once you hit gold, you would have taken off. So, inspired by people like Strive. It took him 5 years to get a license. Obviously, there's like more stories before the 5 years, but if it takes that much persistence and commitment for you to make it, I think it should be something that most, if not all, Zimbabweans should take up. Whether you have a YouTube channel, whatever it is, you just have to be persistent with it. So yeah, so this year we were celebrating our 4th year as JK Incorporated as a holdings. So yeah, that is quite something, and I think like most people will say, 4 years surviving in this economy, it
Mm.
is a miracle in itself, and I give all the credit to God. So yeah, but I'm really excited about what our future holds and what we want to do. So yeah, looking forward to it. Yeah. Mhm.
That's pretty cool. Like speaking of 4 years, it's also been 4 years of Shine Your Light existing in this world
Hmm.
as well. So kudos to us
Late.
for
You see,
building
we're
it.
doing the most. We're doing the
Yeah,
most.
yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, and I've seen what you're planning on doing with Shiny Light, but I think you need to tell us a bit more. Tell us a bit more.
Yes, now you beautifully moved into the segment of you asking me questions. So I think what I want to do more is build a community, like because I have the color palettes, I have the people, I have the guests coming, but I think a community of people is what I now want to start building more and more because I think it's imperative that especially in this time, like when you're young, you have people that are like-minded, you have people that entrepreneurs that are young or doing well, like especially like in Zimbabwe, like you're doing well, you're succeeding against all odds. And I think that's just important for you to be doing and for us to be just shining a light on, I guess.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, I think events like I want to do a conference with like more people that you may have seen on Shining Light or people that you haven't seen or people that you just necessarily don't know about. Like not just people that we have interacted with like
Mm,
online, but maybe there's some hidden gems there that you don't know
mm,
existed in the UK or in America or in Zimbabwe. Like even though predominantly like I wanna like shine a light on people in Zimbabwe. Like I also want to shine a light on people in other countries and other communities. So yeah, so that's gonna be something that I'm gonna be doing. Like as of this year, next year, all of that stuff. I think it's gonna be exciting to be
mm.
able to do all of these things and to be able to work with other people, to be able to collaborate with other people as well. And yeah, so this is some of the things we're going to be doing. Yeah, yeah, I hope that answers your
Oh,
question.
yes, yes, it does. Exciting. Yeah,
Yeah,
and you coming clearly you're not based in the UK,
yeah.
right? And does that mean you're never gonna really like base yourself back home here, or it's now just
Um,
UK?
I think for now it's UK for now. I think
Mhm.
obviously I want to like do events like my sister Rui is part of this business called the Executive Branch and they're based in the UK but they had the executive branch in Zimbabwe and they had one in the UK as well. So I want to be able to do something like that with Shanyula as well where even though I'm based in the UK it doesn't mean that I'm not going to do anything in Zimbabwe anymore. Like the
Okay.
tickets exist, planes exist for a reason. I can go back to
Yes.
Zimbabwe if I like if I do things strategically like and have all of my guests all from Zimbabwe I could just they would just all need for me to be there and then I just fly to Zimbabwe and then all of that stuff so yeah but I think for now things are just based in the UK.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
exciting. That's
Yeah.
exciting. Yeah, and what are you working on in the UK? Studying, working?
Studying, doing my master's at the moment. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Yeah, that's
Masters in
what
what?
business organizational psychology.
Look at that.
It's like
Look at
business psychology, but organizational in the middle, at the beginning. Like we call it Bob for short for people that are like, that's so long. And I'm like, yeah, I know. It is long.
that.
No, it's
Yeah. So that
um
does this mean you read business people's minds? Just checking. Just checking.
does it mean what, sorry?
You read business people's minds.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay.
I'll just
So
yes, that's what it means. That's
okay.
definitely what it means. Yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah. But no, it's more so looking at why do people in organizations do the things they do? Like what motivates them? What makes them um what gives them satisfaction, what gives them hope, like why do they think the way they think, why do they choose certain marketing techniques instead of the other, like the psychology behind it. Like there's even one called the color of psychology, color of no color of red, like literally it's a theory of red. So yeah, it's called theory of red. What am I saying? Theory of red, of course it's color, theory of red. So or color psychology or all of those things where you just see behind the motives. And even one of my papers was about Emirates. So I was looking at why did they choose their certain gold colors and what do they represent, and I'm doing research on that and why they use red as well. Why do they use white? Why do they use the certain things that they used to for their marketing? And what makes Emirates great? Make Emirates great again, I guess. Why Emirates? Why do people love it as a luxury brand? Why do sports consumers endorse it and all of that stuff? So it's a very interesting degree. It's fun. I've met a lot of great people from mostly from Nigeria, some people from yeah, most people have been from Nigeria, some people have been I don't think we have anyone that's been local. Yeah, we haven't had anyone that's been local in our course, but mostly international students, which has been great. But yeah, yeah, yeah,
Interesting.
yeah.
Interesting. And coming back to shine your light, um, what areas of your life do you feel like are shining the most right now? And
Um,
which areas would you want to shine? Yeah.
okay, what areas are shining the most? I think my joy is shining the most right now, and my health. Um, because I fell sick like at the beginning of um April. Um,
Hmm.
I fell sick in the beginning of April. Hold on. This thing's about to end in 10 minutes. I'm gonna end the call and then join back. And then can you join back and then I'll answer that question. Okay.
Okay, that's okay. Back from our commercial break, we
Yeah.
had just gone for some coffee.
Yes.
So the question that I asked Shamiso was, which areas of your life have been shining, and which areas would you want to shine?
What area is shining? I think right now, like my health, because in the beginning of April, I fell sick. I'm not gonna go into great detail of what was the what's, but I wasn't feeling well. Oh my gosh, what happened? Oh, you're still there. Sorry,
Uh,
my laptop did something. I thought something happened. So I was just saying yeah, like I fell ill. And my mom
uh,
had to come and over to the UK and all of this stuff. But I'm better now. Like I'm in a good space, like mentally and physically. I've been gaining a lot of weight. I'm just like, I just want to lose the weight. I know I'm glowing, I look pretty and all those things, but I want to lose the weight. I want to be healthier. I think at the beginning of the year or last year, I was on a interview with Tino Chimuka, and I was like, yeah, I wanna lose 5 kgs. Now I want to lose 10 kgs. If I can lose those 10 kgs, that would be great. Um, But yeah, I think my health, like I'm in good health, like and I'm grateful to God for that. Um, and I think and also my education, like I'm almost finished my master's. I just need to finish this coming semester and I'll be done with my master's and I'll have 2 degrees hotter. The bride price went up, you know. Uh, and shine, and what do I want God shine a light on? I think just trusting in God with the person I'm gonna be with. You don't have to talk about this people, I'll talk about this myself. But like just my romantic life, I think it's something that I've talked about on Shine Your Light. It's something that I've been praying about or seeking God about and all these things. And yeah, he could like a light could be shone on there, you know, something could happen there. You never know. End of this
True.
next or end of the year, I could be with someone. It's not like you guys will know. But like my friends will know.
I should know.
You
Okay.
will know. But the people watching, it's not like you guys will know. Maybe I'll look happy,
Mm,
or maybe I would have lost some weight, gained some weight. I don't know. But like yeah, I just think that I'm in a space where, you know, it'll be great if someone would just come into my life. You know, we date for a couple of years, maybe get married, all of these things. Like I'm just thinking about the future. And but in the meantime, that and maybe my career, like what I want to do. Because like right now, Shine United isn't making money yet, well, yet. But when it does, I also want my career outside of Shining Light to also be stable. I know I want to start other businesses and I'm going to be starting some other things as well, like Princess Media that I've been talking about for years. But yeah, I guess, yeah, yeah, yeah,
okay, no, that's good. That's good. It's good to progress. It's good to shine.
yes.
And yeah, for someone like you, someone I have nicknamed Sunshine, you should actually. I'm now starting to think that's where you took the name of the podcast
Oh
from.
my
The
gosh.
yeah, now I remember
Uh,
that's where you took it from. I remember you actually confirmed. I was like, right,
no, that's not
guys,
what,
just
that's not
putting
how
it
the
out there.
name came about.
I'm putting it out there.
That I was
Sunshine,
writing, no,
shine
let me
your
tell
light.
you how it came. I was writing names on a piece of paper. This was going to be called I forgot. But I was writing names on a piece of paper and this is the one that came up and I was like, shine your light.
People should know that she did not like being called Sunshine
That is true.
for the longest
That
time.
is true.
So yeah, I think when she saw that, hey, shine your light,
Sunshine,
sunshine.
shine.
Sipho
Like
was onto some, right?
my friend also calls me, my friend Haya also calls me. She calls me Sunshine. And she has like
Oh,
the emojis on her phone are like a flower, a sunflower.
that is
Yeah.
cute. That's
Yeah.
cute.
Any
Okay.
more questions for me?
Currently, no. Currently, no. Yeah,
Think
but
I've answered it. Um,
uh
yeah, but yeah, I think we've exhausted the questions because I don't have any more questions for you. I was hoping you were gonna say something like, I have another question for you, but since you if you don't, then that's fine. Um, But thank you so much, people, for doing this. I know we had been planning, like we kind of just planned yesterday that we're gonna do. Well, it won't be yesterday when you guys see this, but for yesterday for us, we're gonna do this, and then we're doing it, and our schedules aligned, and the internet is working perfectly, and I'm grateful to God that it is, because oh gosh, bad
you
network is
know,
not good. But thank you so much for doing this and for coming here and for supporting me as well. I really appreciate it, friend. But yeah, any last words for the people before we say goodbye?
dream bigger, ask bigger questions, go for the bigger things. Don't don't extinguish your flame. Shine. Go shine your light out there in whatever field it is.
Yeah.
So something I have for you, for me, and for everyone out there. One thing I've learned is whatever inspiration I get when I say it out there, I'll be preaching to myself first. So remember, you need to preach to yourself first. And to everyone who wants to become a public speaking guru, you first need to conquer the man in the mirror. That
Yeah.
way, no one will ever make you tremble on stage. So yeah, that's something that I would love people out there, and keep God first. And yeah, hope for the best. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sipho, for doing this. And thank you for your words of wisdom, Mr. Author, Mr. Public Speaker, Mr. Entrepreneur, everything, all the things.
Thank
Thank you so much
thank
for
you.
doing this.
Anytime.
Bye. Yeah.
Anytime.
Bye, everyone.